Imagine if every day your time reset, as if you were stuck in a single, unchanging day. What would you do? At first, you might feel incredibly lucky. Look at him enjoying all those opportunities, you might think. You'd start spending money recklessly. However, you'd soon realize that life isn't interesting at all. You might begin seeking thrills through crime, gambling, and other reckless behaviors. After all, there are no consequences. Everything you do gets reset. A guy who jumps out of a plane, desperate to end this loop, but every time he just wakes up again. At 7 a.m. on July 7, 2020. In a bar, he tells a girl, "Yeah, I've been living this same day for 1,000 years. She responds, "Do you need to invent such a crazy story just to hit on me? Seriously, do you need all of that?" She tells him this tactic is old, but he insists, "What I say is true. I know thousands of languages and my hacking skills are unparalleled." Now you might wonder, why would someone like me hit on you? The reason is that I will wake up tomorrow back to today. If I sleep with you or do anything else, it won't matter. The guy has been chasing her for 1,000 years, or perhaps enjoying her for 1,000 years. She sends a message to her friend asking for help, but he tells her that he knows that she responded that she will not come, and shocked, she asks, "How do you know she won't come?" He replies her ex-boyfriend just came back to her, so she has to stay with him. She accuses him of lying. He points to the clock and says, "In 9 minutes and 13 seconds, she'll call you." She stands up determined. "I hope so. If she doesn't, you're dead." Just then, the guy bumps into her and stares. He grabs her wrist, saying, "Hey, beauty, you just hurt me. Now you're gonna have to drink with me." She commands him to let go of her, but the guy pulls her closer saying, "Hey, don't be like that. Let's have some fun." That's when our protagonist, dressed in his dog pajamas, steps in and says, "Wait a second, you come here." The guy, confused and angry, retorts, "Hey, what the hell are you saying?" and throws his cigarette at him. But the protagonist just stands still and the cigarette misses. "What? He predicted my move," the guy thinks. He goes for a punch, shouting, "Bastard," but misses again. He dodged again. He takes one in the chin and goes flying. Our protagonist looks back just in time as another man shows up behind him, yelling, "Hey, how dare you touch my man? You're a dead man today." But the protagonist remains calm and says, "This is what your brother taught you." The angry guy replies, "Do you know my brother?" The protagonist is already on his phone saying, "Yo, what's up, Zhao? Your brother is causing trouble here. If you don't want to start a war in China, you better keep your people in check. Next time it won't end with just a phone call." He hands the phone to the guy, who quickly apologizes. "Oh, sorry, I was wrong, brother. I won't repeat this." Suddenly, the crowd around them shouts, "Please apologize for your actions." The protagonist says, "I'm in a good mood today, so I won't bother you all." The girl, impressed, thinks, "Who is this guy?" Then her phone rings at the exact time he predicted, and she thinks, "This is impossible." He tells her, "It's not impossible. Just come with me." Still skeptical, she follows him to the garage and asks, "Is this your car?" He replies, "Nope." "What? Are you stealing a car?" she asks. He shrugs, "It doesn't matter. Tomorrow it will be back anyway." Intrigued, she decides to go with him. "You won't leave a drunk and hot woman go home alone, right?" she teases. He responds, "Sorry, I'm not interested in girls who need a ton of makeup." She gets angry. "What did you say?" Takes off her makeup and asks, "What about now?" He smirks, 9 out of 10. "Now I want to go to my place so I can prove to you that I'm not lying," he says. She reluctantly agrees, "Okay, but if you try anything, I will call the police." He laughs and drives home. The next day, he wakes up and the lawn was crushed. She shows up and asks, "Hey, didn't you say that the day kept repeating? Now explain why it is July 8th. He looks at the clock, scared. "What? July 8th? He rushes to the bathroom while she knocks on the door. Wu Sheng. What kind of man hides in the toilet? He ignores her, realizing this isn't a dream. Time has started flowing again. I'm finally free from this time loop. Just then, an assistant appears saying the host has passed the Millennium test and the reincarnation system has been activated. He is shocked and checks his status, seeing he has 10,158 mental strength points, the ability to reset time and space with 35,000 time-limited points, and over 1,300 maxed out abilities. The assistant explains the host can choose and lock the current time and reset it. Reminder, each time you lock the time reset on the same day, you will lose 1 point and the quota will double each time. Realizing the danger of resetting time too often, he thinks, but does it really matter? I have so many points. With skills in driving, cooking, fighting, and marksmanship accumulated over 1,000 years, he is ready to put them to use now that time is flowing again. Outside, the girl asks, "Are you all right?" He responds, "This is the best day I've had in 1,000 years." She dismisses him, enough of that. Suddenly, someone knocks on the door. "Open up. You dare to steal our boss's car? You're a dead man." She peeks through the peephole and sees gangsters. "It's your fault," she says. "Why did you steal someone's car?" He replies to her, "I didn't know it would be a normal day. It was by chance that I stole it." She warns him, "Do you know how famous he is in the underworld? Now you're going to be hunted by him." Wu Sheng responds, "He isn't that great. He has a history of overcoming those above him. His parents were beaten by a third party, and in his anger, he left everyone in pieces. Later, he was sentenced to 3 years in prison. After his release, he made a name for himself, and now he's a big name in East China. Then she asks, "Why did you mess with such a powerful man? You're dead." But he winks at her. "That's such a small problem compared to the fact that I borrowed Li Gang's name yesterday. If we don't handle this properly, an insane number of people will be hunted and killed." She asks, "What are you going to do?" "Simple. I'll just start it over. System. I want to use the time reset. The world resets for the first time on July 8th, 2020. This is going to consume 1 point. Reset successful." Then she asks him again, "Explain now." He quickly says, "There's no time to explain, just get dressed." Oh, she bites his finger. "I knew you wouldn't be responsible, but I didn't think you'd be so eager to get rid of me." He explains, "The car I stole belongs to a powerful man, and those men are about to come to my door. Of course you're not afraid, but I can't afford to mess with him as a commoner." She retorts, "Do you know who I am? If you do, then you know you have to beg me to help you." He pulls her close, just like you begged me last night. Her face turns shy. "Bastard, I would let you die." He tells her, "Sorry for disappointing you, but I know someone who can fix this easily." She asks, "What kind of person?" "A woman, one with a big juicy heart," he replies. Next we see him cruising through the city, but they're being followed. Some old American action. The guys shout, "Stop the car or we will kill you." The girl is scared because they have some Texas tool, but he tells her, "That's the fun part. Get ready." She begs him to slow down, but he says, "If those guys catch me, I'm dead." Someone receives a call. It's our protagonist. Mr. Lee reminds you that you have a traitor on your side who will make you lose the bet. The girl on the phone shouts, "Who are you and how do you know about the bet?" He calmly replies, "I have my sources and I can tell you more about your brother. Send someone to meet me downstairs at your office in half an hour. We'll talk in person." The girl wants to know who he is, but the other girl is panicking. "We are surrounded." He reassures her, "That's impossible. Watch this insane drift." Even the guys following them are amazed. What the hell are the skills? Is this guy a pro racer? Sometime later, they arrive at her home. She looks to the side and asks, "How do you know where I live?" "Wait, I'm not even going to ask anymore. You're going to say that you lived for 1,000 years, right?" She gets out of the car and compliments him. "You have some good driving skills. Where did you learn them?" He replies, "I practiced through life, but I died a lot of times to get this good, okay? Don't try to be like me. You only have one chance." She smiles shyly and says, "Stop lying. You got my number, but don't even think that I will call you, okay?" Vroom. He doesn't even let her finish speaking as he drives off. "His bastard made me look like a fool all night, and now he wants what? A phone call? I'm sure that was something arranged by my friend. Otherwise, he wouldn't know where I live. I'm going to ask her. You won't escape me." Half an hour later, we see Lai, a prominent entrepreneur in Donghai City with a complicated background. Her brother is a man who can destroy East China. Our protagonist arrives thinking, because she's a beautiful woman, I had a very deep, slicky relationship with her. He's already inside, and she tells the guy beside her, "You can go down first." She already has everything on him. "Wu Chen, you have a sister in high school named Yu Jiao with parents from simple background." He compliments her, "You're very good, finding so much information with only my phone number." She tears the paper and says, "You look ordinary, but if you know about the bet, that means you are not. Who are you?" He tells her that he's not a simple guy. Getting closer, he says, "I know a lot of things that you need to know, such as the traitor lurking around here. If you give me 10 million, I'll tell you." Her hand goes under the desk as she asks, "Should I believe you?" Suddenly, she pulls out a Chicago toy and points it at him. "If you don't explain yourself, you're not getting out of here alive." He calmly goes into his pockets and takes out some ammunition. "Without this, how are you going to shoot?" "What the hell? How did you get that?" She realizes her life taker is without bullets. "It was under my desk." "How did you remove the magazine?" Wu Chen tells her, "As I said, I am an intelligent businessman, and how I removed your magazine is part of my intelligence. Now, Ms. Lai, please trust my ability to gather information." He hands her the God invitation. "I don't mean any harm. I'm here for money." He continues, "But it's just a plan to make you lower your psychological defenses." She asks, "Tell me, what else do you know?" He reveals, "I know that you're the eldest daughter of the Lee family. Because you were a girl, you always wanted to prove that women can be stronger than men, at least in business. But you could not escape the curse of being your brother's shadow. Your mother always helped you, but after she divorced your father, she started dating other men and became a pain, threatening to kill you if you didn't marry Ding Hailong. You wanted to run away, but couldn't because you were worried about your mother. In order to make Ding Hailong forget you, you had 3 fake boyfriends, but they all pay the price. Your first fake boyfriend committed floor testing, the second was sent to a mental hospital, and the third is in prison for life. Now all men are scared to get close to you. To escape this marriage, you and Ding Hailong made a secret bet. Both of you started a new business, and the one who's more successful after 5 years wins. But what you don't know is that Ding Hailong planted a spy in your organization. On the day of your business launch, he will ruin everything for you. Do I need to keep talking? She's silent, already writing a check. Tell me, who's the traitor? Just then, someone knocks on the door and enters with some papers. Ms. DeLay, I need you to sign this document. Suddenly, our protagonist grabs his head and throws him onto the desk. It's him. The guy shouts, What are you talking about? Our protagonist calmly states, the $5 million in your Swiss bank accounts. What are they for? The guy stammers, 5 million? What are you talking about? You're mistaken. Our protagonist takes the guy's phone and calls Ding Hailong, who answers saying, yo, you get the information that I asked you. He then throws the guy to the floor. I think that's enough. Ms. Lee approaches the guy. You made a lot of money over the years, some of it behind my back. I didn't take it personally because you've been with me for so many years, but I never thought you would sell me out for a mere 5 million. The guy starts banging his head on the floor. Miss, I didn't take the money, but I need to tell you something. Wu Sheng interjects, your mother did not want you to marry Ding Hailong, but she was pressured by your grandfather. Ding Hailong told him to say this because he knows your mother is your weak point. Don't believe his words. Now you decide what to do with him. She closes her eyes and says, go away. I don't want to see you again. The guy thanks her, thank you, miss, and runs away. Wu Sheng tells her, I thought you were going to kill him. She replies coldly, I just didn't want to do it myself. He'll be at the bottom of the river tonight. Then says she doesn't believe him. She thinks he was probably sent by Ding Hailong and that the guy was just a pawn discarded to make her trust him. Wu Sheng scratches his head. You're way too suspicious, but I have a way to clarify your questions. She asks, how? He replies, very simple. Let me be your fake boyfriend. Ding Hailong is more concerned about his appearance. He won't want to look like a cuckold just to win you. So being your boyfriend is the best way for me to prove myself, he tells her confidently. She warns him, I've had 3 fake boyfriends before and they all were badly screwed by Ding Hailong. I know, he replies, but if people want to climb higher, having a relationship with you will make life very interesting. After pointing the Ice K-Maker 3000, she says, I have to admit, you're special, courageous, and bold. You're still so young, it would be a pity if you leave the world like this. You're not afraid. He tells her, if you really wanted to kill someone, you'd just call someone to do it. You're joking right now. Why should I be afraid? Then Lai Rubing replies, I really like you. Okay, a couple should always have an intimate photo. She snaps a picture and shows it to him. Look how cute. He knows that she just took this photo to make Ding Hailong angry. She tells him, from today onwards, you are my boyfriend. You are going to come here and be my personal assistant. I'll have someone apply for you later. Now tell me what happens to my brother. He tells her about the clubs that her brother runs. She looks at him. Everyone in East China knows those things. That's when he reveals the club East China Sea Crown has done some things beyond its boundaries, involving many top celebrities, rich people, and officials. The investigation began 3 months ago. According to my information, the network will be closed in another month at most. She shouts, what did you say? He tells her, this is not only your brother's problem, but also trouble for your whole family. Once the net closes, your brother will not only go to prison, but if necessary, the whole family will have to cut ties with him. She is skeptical. This is a big deal. Are you sure this information is correct? He replies, don't ask me. The next scene takes place at the East China Sea Crown bar. We see 2 guys standing in one of the rooms talking. The guy with glasses is the owner of the car our protagonist stole. He says, he injured our boy, stole my car, and even borrowed Mr. Lining's name. Does this guy not want to live? The other guy says, he's strange. Why would that brat have my number and know all about my rally? Then we see the famous eldest grandson of the Li family, Lai Hute. He commands, whatever the reason, find the guy and bring him to me. I have to kill him with my own hands. Just then, his sister enters the room. Lai Hute tells everyone to put out their cigarettes because his sister doesn't like the smell. He asks her, sis, why did you come here in person? Is there any urgent matter? She responds, I'm here to introduce you to someone. It's our boy. He gives the car keys to the guy and says, yesterday, I borrowed your car to play. Here's the key. The guy with the purple shirt exclaims, hey, this is him, Mr. Lai. This is the person who used your name. Our protagonist knows everything about Lai Hute, who has much more power than Lai Rubing. But because she's older than him, she always protected him when they were younger, earning his respect and fear. Hute is about to say something when she grabs his ears and says, respect him. He is your brother-in-law. Brother-in-law? Everyone is shocked. No one believes it. Lai Hute protests, sis, are you playing the fake boyfriend trick again? Why did you pick such an ordinary guy? At least give me a reason for you to be with him. She starts to think and then glares at our protagonist. It's all your fault. I'm not feeling well these days. He whispers in her ear, aren't you adding too much drama? She retorts, what are you afraid that Ding Hailong will kill you? He says, I'm not afraid, but your brother seems to be stunned. Poor brother is speechless. He's thinking that his sister is pregnant and that this man is the father. Wait, is this all true? He doesn't look bad, but he isn't the most handsome. And also, my sister likes older men. Why is she going out with a man in his early 20s? Wait, does he want to deceive her? Sometimes love makes people blind. Love makes people's IQ go to 0. I need to save her from this man. He asks, how did you 2 meet? Our protagonist replies, 3 months ago when your sister was recruiting interns at the university. She's confused, hey, I really did that, but how does he know it? Hute points, you've only known him for 3 months. Sister, in such a short time did you really get to know this man? Getting in Wu Chen's face. Hey, my boy told me that you were with a girl yesterday. Even his sister is in shock. But Wu Chen explains, don't get me wrong, that woman is Wang Kim Qiang, the daughter of Mu Sai Hai, the owner of the Seiya Biomedical Group. And speaking of which, you have to thank me. Yesterday, if I had not stopped your brother, he would have made a move on her. You may not have been able to fix that. Lai Hute, knowing the significance of the biomedical group, thanks him. Rubing is impressed, thinking, I didn't expect that my brother, who is not afraid of anyone, would be subdued by Wu Chen in a few words. Then she says, you stopped the boom, but we came here for something important. Someone from above wants to finish your club. Hute is puzzled. What do you mean, impossible? I took care of everything. I would know if that was the case. Wu Chen interjects, you shouldn't have taken the video to blackmail those people. And your business with Cha Hu should have been cut off a long time ago. Rubing looks at her brother. You're still in touch with Cha? How many times have I told you he's not a good person? Hute tries to calm her down. I can explain. Wu Chen continues, your sister is right. Cha is not a good person. He sold you out this time. He put the blame on you for what happened and said it was your idea. Hute is scared. Even my sister didn't know about my business with Cha Hu. How could you know? Who told you? Wu Chen smirks. No need for me to clarify it for you. I'm here for her, not for you. I won't help you because you're her brother, and if something happens to you, she'll be sad. Kuna gets angry and points at Wu Chen's face. I'm telling you, if you don't make it clear today, you won't walk out of here alive. His sister intervenes, calm down. But Hute insists, sister, I don't care how he lied to you, but I would not believe in this liar. Wu Chen responds, now listen, only a few people in China know about this. 4 months ago, Liu Bu was sent to the East China Police Department as a deputy director. He came here to handle the crowd entertainment case. Some investigators went to your club disguised as guests and others have lurked into the clubhouse to collect a lot of evidence. He writes down some names and hands the list to Hute. This is the list of all the undercover agents. Hute shouts, notify everyone and pick up your weapons. He tells the guy with glasses, Wang, go and verify the names on this list. Wang responds, yes, sir. He turns to Wu Chen and says, if this information is wrong, it's all your fault. Wu Chen sits on the couch and says, tell me how much money you are willing to spend. Sometime later, Wang returns with proof that Wu Chen was right. Huodai throws the camera on the desk. All the names on this list have been verified. I can't believe it. Wu Chen tells him if the investigators start acting, they've got enough evidence on you. So be careful. Huodai asks, what do you want me to do then? Wu Chen replies, do you want to proceed with this and go to jail? Or do you want to get through this safely? Do you got a solution? Wu Chen tells him, first you need to apologize to me, and I will fix everything. Huodai, realizing he has no choice, says, okay, I'm sorry. I was only afraid that you were cheating her. Wu Chen thinks, this guy needs to respect me. I'm part of his family now. Rubing intervenes, we are a family. What are you doing? Help him. Wu Chen responds, he doesn't see me as family. Huodai, trying to regain control, says, of course I see you as family. Sorry. Wu Chen continues, just for the sake of your sister, I will give you an idea. First, you have to kill Cha Hu. He knows too much. If he's alive, nothing will work. Cha often goes to Villa 17 in the Lotus Pond Manor. He has some substances with his mistress there. If he dies of an overdose, no one will suspect you. Huodai sweating says, yeah, great idea, brother. Wu Chen adds, second, now all the evidence is with Liu Bu. If you can just take it and destroy it, you will be safe. Huodai shouts, okay, I will get him. Wu Chen interrupts, are you dumb or crazy? He's too powerful for you to just get him. You need to go to Willow Street, 2nd Avenue, Unity 3, room 500, under the master bedroom closet. There's a hidden safe. The password is 571. The evidence is inside. To prevent leaks, that's the only evidence they have. You could just send someone to destroy it. Huodai is amazed. Damn bro, that's so detailed. You even know the password. Wu Chen doesn't stop. Third, you need to tell the old man about this matter, especially the business with Cha He. You must explain everything to him. After all, it's the Wei family we're talking about. The Wei and the Li family have been hostile for many years. That's why the Li family wants to join forces with the Ding family. Huodai just says, oh okay, I'll talk to him. Wu Chen adds, and the cherry on top set the Crown Club on fire. Fire? Huodai asks. Just a little fire, enough to appear in the news. That way you can justify shutting down and redecorating without anyone suspecting you. If you can do those 4 things, I guarantee you will be okay. Ruby grabs her brother's ears again. Did you understand what he said? Oh yes, sister. Stop. Don't worry. I got it. Just then, his cell phone rings. He picks up. What? How much did you lose? 2 billion? What? 2 billion? I'll go there. Wait for me. He looks at Wu Chen. Something happened. Brother, I have to go to the casino. Wait for me here. Wu Chen responds, it's Shang Wangjun, right? Huodai is surprised. How do you know, brother? The scene shifts to the casino where we see a guy named Shumzi playing. Someone just lost again. The blonde guy is all happy. Hey, I'm rich. Got a good hand today. Boss. Lai Hute arrives. The blonde guy looks at him. I won a lot of money today, Mr. Lai. You won't mind, right? Hute, confident, responds, that's a little money. The Li family can still afford to lose much more. The blonde guy laughs. All the experts of this club took turns to play, but everyone lost to him. It seems that Mr. Lai has a little talent under him. Suddenly, Wu Chen says, how about playing 2 games with me? The blonde guy retorts, how come there's a youngster here instead? Mr. Lai, aren't you being too modest? Today you have lost 200 million against me and you still want to keep going. That's embarrassing. Huode asks his sister, hey sister, what's going on? Does your husband know how to gamble? She responds, oh, I'm not too sure. Gambling masters are good at guessing movements based on minimal expressions and habitual movements. This requires a great deal of experience in the game, something this youngster is unlikely to possess. Just by looking at his expression, I can accurately guess his cards. Reuben gets closer. Hey, are you sure you can do this? He tells her, I can say without a doubt that I can defeat any casino in this world. Okay, brother, let me see it. He doesn't look at his concealed card. The guy is like, what? This is a habit. He shows an ace. You go first. You have the bigger hand. He starts with 500,000. The guy calls 500,000. And you, mister? I fold. Round 4, 500,000. I fold. Round 8, I fold. Round 15, round 21, I win once again. Huode tells the blonde guy, I think the guy you hired is running out of luck. The blonde guy is confident, I think he might have a lucky break. He's thinking, rat, you think victory is at hand, but you don't know you've been caught in a trap. He remembers the guy playing with Wu Chen telling him, I like to lose a few games at the beginning to observe my opponent's habits. You have nothing to worry about. But Huode is getting confident. We are already at round 30. Wu Chen mows 1 million. The guy notices Wu Chen didn't look at his concealed cards again and calls that round. He tells him, go on, another million. The guy seems sure. I know he has a bad hand. With a pair of kings, I'm sure I'm going to win. Since it's like this, I'm all in. Wu Chen doesn't even look at his cards. I'm all in too. The guy with glasses interjects, there's too little money on the table. Why don't we add another 100 million? The blonde guy likes it. Another 100 won't be enough to play. Make it 200 at least. Those black-wrapped girls are carrying something big and not just the 200 million. Wu Chen tells the guy, I raised the bet by 100 million. Pointing to his card, the guy knows based on his observations that Wu Chen only points to his hidden card when it's a really good one. In other words, there is a high probability that this card is an ace, he thinks. You know what? I fold. You are too eager, Mr. Yu. If you had followed my advice, you would have 50 million more. Lai Rubing laughs. Everyone knows your bottom card is an ace. Wu Chen picks the card and reveals, nope, my bottom card is a 2 of hearts. The guy gets angry. Oh, you tricked me. Wu Chen retorts, don't blame me. It was your fault. The guy with glasses is thinking, don't be smug. I'd grasped yet another one of your habits. Round 31. The guy has a 9 of diamonds. Unless his concealed card is the 9 of spades, there's no way he can beat me, he thinks. He tells Wu Chen, this is a good hand for both you and me. How about we finish everything with this hand? My 200 million all in. Wu Chen just says, interesting. I call. Ruving is concerned, isn't a bet of 200 million too risky? Hugai reassures her, he's been lucky so far, so I think there's no problem. The guy with glasses and the blonde guy are confident. The blonde guy smirks, young man, the most important thing in gambling is not to lose your mind. If you can't control your mind, you won't get far. Do you think you are the god of gambling, betting so much without looking at the hidden card properly? He flips his 9 of diamonds. This 200 million is already mine, he declares. Everyone thinks it's over. The blonde guy taunts, Mr. Lai, you have a big family. You won't mind if you lose such a small amount of money, right? Wu Chen just says, are you done? If you are, see for yourself. He flips the card. Everyone is shocked. The guy with glasses shouts, no way, 9 of spades. That's impossible. How did you do that? Wu Chen calmly explains, did you really think that I didn't look at the cards? I've been secretly looking at my cards since the start of the game. Guess why? To make you think that you know something about what I'm doing. You're not a good player. You're just too cocky. You didn't really think you could figure out how I play with just a few hands. Are my habitual moves really habits? Did you even think for a second that I was trying to fool you? From the beginning, this game was under my control and you were the prey. Huode is elated. Yeah, Mr. Shan, the money you used was all borrowed, right? I think now you're in big trouble. The blonde guy is bewildered. How did this happen? Wu Chen says, who asked you to leave, Mr. Shan? The blonde guy protests, Mr. Lei, I'm not allowed to leave after losing. Is this how you treat your guests? Huode asks Wu Chen, why can't they go? Wu Chen replies, I'll explain later. Do you have a knife? Lend it to me. Huode asks, do you even know how to use one? Wu Chen demonstrates some moves. What do you think? He goes to the guy, picks his hand, and reveals, oh no, he was carrying an ace. You asked for a card check before the 15th game and took the opportunity to steal this ace of spades. You really thought that I didn't see it. I didn't expose you because I hadn't won yet. Huode gets angry. How dare you cheat in front of me? Even the blonde guy doesn't know what's happening. The guy with glasses tries to calm things down. It's a misunderstanding. Wu Chen, not backing down, says, you broke the rules. You know what happens, right? He applies steel medicine to the guy's hand. Wu Chen asks the blonde guy, Mr. Shan, what do you think? The blonde guy quickly distances himself. He has nothing to do with me. He cheated by himself. I didn't tell them to do anything. Wu Chen hands the knife back to Hute. I will leave now. The rest is up to you. But remember, don't do anything inside the clubhouse. As they walk out, Rubing asks Wu Chen, does it feel good to do a light tap on someone's hand? Calmly, he answers, not at all, and keeps walking. She's puzzled. How can you be so calm after doing all of that? This person wouldn't kill someone, right? In the car, Rubing's legs catch Wu Chen's attention. She tells him, I didn't expect you to be such a good gambler. He replies, thanks, but don't forget to pay my bills, all right? She tells him, you only think of money. He notices something and looks to the side. She asks, what's the matter? He just tells her, a car has been following us. She informs the driver and tells them to get rid of it. It seems to be a bet guy who likes to send people to follow her. Wu Chen observes, but he knows that she's not the target. He is. He grabs her hands. Don't be afraid. I'll take care of everything. She's a bit shy, thinking, he's using this to hit on me. Later she asks, you're probably hungry. Because of what you did today, I will give you something good to put your mouth on. They go to a restaurant to order something. If you thought anything else, you were done, my G. He tells her, there are a lot of people that know you here. Aren't you afraid that they would think of me as a competitor? She replies, I want more people to know about you. That's when Mr. Hundeli shows up. Hi, Mr. Lai, are you here to eat? She answers, yes, my boyfriend said he wanted to eat Cantonese food, so I brought him here. She then turns to Wu Chen. Wu Chen, this is Mr. Hun from the Longsheng Innovation Group. The guy goes for a handshake. It's a pleasure to meet you, boy. You're a good-looking man. A perfect match for Ms. Lei. The guy looks at his wrist and leaves. She was going to explain about that guy to Wu Chen when he told her, no me for introductions. I know him better than you. She tells him, all right, you're the best businessman around. But he tells her, I don't think that everyone here wants to be friends with you. She replies, I know I have a lot of rivals, especially women, but it would be silly to think of them as enemies. Just then, another woman shows up, and what are they feeding these girls? They're all getting healthy and with a good blood work for sure. Mr. Lai, since when do you have a boyfriend though? With the help of her husband, she set up Yun Shu Fashion, a business competitor of Rubing. Liu Kaiyu teases, you're 27 years old, Rubing. This young man looks like he's in his early 20s. You're like an old cow eating young grass. Rubing tells her, Ms. Liu, for the sake of your husband, I will take your words as a joke. So stop it. Looking like a horse, she replies, do you still care what other people say? Rubing shouts, I told you to stop. Wu Chen holds her hands, take it easy. Let me solve this. He gets closer to Liu Kaiyu. Why are you staring at me like that? She asks. He tells her, nothing. It's just that I think I've seen you somewhere before. That's right. I remember. Have you worked in a nightclub before? She raises her finger, nightclub. Your whole family has worked in nightclubs. How dare you slander me? Do you know who I am? He calmly replies, that's not slander. You know that you cannot change your past with some facial surgeries. She's scared, thinking, how does this guy know that I've worked in nightclubs and had plastic surgery? It was 10 years ago. No one should know about it. Rubing stands up. You even have this kind of information. Your intelligence network is better than I thought. Wu Chen tells her, it's too early to start falling in love with me. The best part is yet to come. At that moment, a man shows up. Kai Shu, what is this mess? It's her husband. She runs to him, honey, this man is slandering me. He's saying that I've worked in a nightclub and you have to take revenge for me. The man, trying to console her, says, don't cry. I'll take care of this. He asks Ms. Lai, who is this guy? She just tells him, my boyfriend, Wu Chen. The man gets in Wu Chen's face. I'm a respectable person. This guy has humiliated my wife. That's equivalent to a slap in my face. This kind of thing can't be resolved with just a few words. Wu Chen tells him, there is someone who can solve this for me. The man retorts, do you really think I won't dare to touch you just because you're with Ms. Li? Wu Chen calmly says, I'm not talking about her. The person I'm talking about is Ma Hufan. The man seems puzzled. Oh, you do know her. Even Rubing doesn't know what's going on. Wu Chen continues, Mr. Liu, can I talk with you for a minute? They go to another room and Wu Chen tells him, I have 2 stories to tell you. The main character of the first story is Liu Zhuang. Wu Chen begins. 10 years ago, this girl was encouraged by her mistress to join a nightclub to make some quick money. There she met a very wealthy customer. He had some work problems and eventually discovered that it would be difficult for him to have children in the future. That's when Liu Zhuang had an evil plan. She got a bunch of facial surgeries and changed her name to Liu Keishu. 3 months later, Liu Keishu got pregnant and the baby was born successfully as a boy. Of course, he was not the customer's child, but she knew you would ask for a paternity test. So they paid a large amount of money to the doctor to lie about it. Mr. Liu, you probably noticed that your child doesn't look like you, but you were too eager to have a child. The final part of her plan is to let you die in an accident and get millions of dollars out of you. Mr. Liu, skeptical, says, you don't think that I can believe you based on just a few words, right? Wu Chen tells him, your wife's cousin is in your company, right? That person is not her cousin. In reality, he's her lover. The 2 of them are still cheating on you. She went out with her lover yesterday afternoon to have an affair. To avoid being seen, she deliberately took the stairs. This matter is very easy to investigate. You can just check the surveillance cameras, or you can ask her. But to make her tell the truth, you have to swindle her a little. Mr. Liu turns to Liu Keishu. Kexu, you and your cousin, were you at the office yesterday? Sweating, she replies, yes, we were in the office until the end of the day. Mr. Liu confronts her, no, he told me that you went out to see a client yesterday. You were not at the office. She stammers, what? He must have made a mistake. Mr. Liu presses, I will ask him now and confirm. Caught in her lie, she quickly changes her story. Oh, I remember, we did go out yesterday afternoon to talk to a client, but we came back at 2 p.m. No, 3 p.m. and then we were in the office talking about promotion. I'm just not sure, why are you asking me this all of a sudden? Don't you love me and your son anymore? Boom, he slaps her face. Shut up. Do you really think that I don't know about the scandal between you two? Now leave. I'll deal with you later. Turning to Wu Chen, Mr. Liu says, sorry to do this in front of you two. Rubing tells him, that's fine. Mr. Liu looks defeated. I just wanted to have a child. I didn't think that I'd be used for that. I've accepted my fate. I will never have a child. Wu Chen steps closer and tells him, Mr. Liu, you do have a very good son. Mr. Liu is puzzled. What? What do you mean? Wu Chen smiles. Don't you remember that I still have a second story to tell you? He continues, once upon a time, there were childhood friends who fell in love. They thought they would spend their lives together, but the man became wealthy. One day, he cheated on her and ran away with his lover and the money. What he didn't know is that his previous partner was pregnant. She gave birth to a boy and cut off ties with her parents because she felt ashamed of having a child out of wedlock. She was treated with disdain, but she raised the child on her own. Out of hatred, she told her child that his father was dead. The boy had a successful career and started his own family. Now they are a family of 4 living happily. So you do have children and you also have a granddaughter. Mr. Liu is overjoyed. Oh, what is my son's name? Menju Wei, after his mother's name. Wu Chen replies. Mr. Liu asks, she didn't get married again. Was she in hiding? Wu Chen nods. Yes, she didn't because she doesn't trust men anymore. She has been living in Dongai and must know that you became rich, but she never looked for you because it was too painful for her. He pulls out a piece of paper from his pocket. This is her address. Whether she forgives you or not is up to you to find out. Mr. Liu leaves, saying, if I can get back together with her, I'll owe you a big one. Rubing is impressed. Wow, he owed you a favor. That's good. He's going to be useful in the future. Later that night, Wu Chen is getting out of the car. See you tomorrow. She calls out, Wu Chen, come back. I need to tell you something. He gets closer. What? Oh, he says as she leans in and kisses him. She tells him that was because Ding Hulong likes to send people to spy on me, so that would make him sick. Wu Chen chuckles. This is your first kiss, right? She asks, is this part of your intelligence? He replies, no, it's just because your technique is too bad. Okay, I'm out. Bye. But the day is not over. We see the first girl talking with her friend. She's saying, I'm hungry. Let's go eat something. But her friend refuses. I can't. We need to wait for that pervert. The first girl insists, I wanted to do it. We know it. Her friend shouts, you got brainwashed by him. I can't let him get away so easily. When she told her friend that Wu Chen knew everything about her, her friend thought he was a pervert or some sort of creep. Now they are waiting for him. She closes her eyes. I just wanted to talk to her about it. I didn't expect her reaction to be like this, but look who's coming homie. There he is. Oh, I'm here. Her friend tells him, you lied to her. You are a horrible person. Wu Chen says, if you know that I'm not a good person, why do you have the courage to come to me so boldly? He goes into his pockets. She's already holding a taser ready. He just says, I'm just going to open the door. Relax. She shouts, go to hell. About to be tased, Wu Chen calmly says, Su Hui is cheating on you. This guy is the biggest cosplayer in all of China. The girl is confused. What are you talking about? Wu Chen continues, when he went to Donghai 4 days ago, he first went to see his lover who lives in Unity 2-1 on Fuliyuan Road. Then he went to KTV with his friends for a few days. Yesterday, he ran out of money, so that's why he came to see you. The girl is skeptical. How do you know all of those things? Brother, I don't think even with 1,000 years I would know about all those relationships. She asks him, is that true? Wu Chen says, if you don't believe me, call him and try to discover for yourself. She asserts, my judgment about men is the best. I'll call him and prove you wrong. She calls the guy, honey, where are you? The guy replies, I'm home. She tells him, check if there's $10,000 in the bedroom dresser. The guy says, I don't know. I'll tell you in half an hour. That means he's not at home. She runs out, I'm going to kill the bastard. She leaves her friend there, but Wu Chen grabs her. Oh, come here. Since you are already here, why don't you come in? She protests. Why did you pick me up? I can walk away. Put me down. But he's already taking her inside. And brother, he vacuumed the carpet. We are ready the next day. Wu Chen is exhausted. Long night, wasn't it? She retorts, you bastard. I didn't get much sleep because of you. He throws something to her. That's my phone number. If you ever want to meet, just don't wait at my house. He walks through the city, but notices someone following him. He calls a number and asks, you sent someone to follow me for a day? I'm going to my training. Come to find me. Next, he's practicing his fighting skills. He has mastered all the fighting techniques, but his physical fitness still isn't good enough. Since he offended Ding Hulong and doesn't know what kind of troubles he will encounter in the future, that's when Wang shows up. He is here. Before, Wang Zhenyuan was just a second-rate guy, but with the help of connections, he gained power and expanded his influence. In just a few years, Wang became one of the bosses, controlling 90% of the entertainment industry in East China. Wang tells him, "Yo, Mr. Wu, I have something to explain to you, alright? You must have misunderstood things. I sent someone to follow you to ensure your safety. There were no ill intentions." Wu Chen replies, "Lai Ruote doesn't know that you were sending people to follow me and Rubing. You know that he's very protective of his sister. If he finds out, you're screwed." Wang starts sweating. Wu Chen reassures him, "Relax, if I wanted to tell him, I wouldn't have called you." Wang then asks, "So what do you want?" Wu Chen tells him, "I don't want to be friends with you. You have a lot of people under you. If one day I need some manpower, I would ask you for help." Relieved, Wang responds, "Sure, brother, don't hesitate to ask me." Wu Chen has plans in mind, thinking that this manpower will help him a lot. That's when he receives another call. Someone is shouting, "Wu Chen, come quickly. Something happened." He answers, "All right, I'm coming." Wang is giving his car to Wu Chen. "Mr. Wu, you can use my car, okay? If you don't mind, take this car as my apology." Wu Chen replies, "Okay, don't mind if I do." Things are going crazy at Rubing's job. When Wu Chen gets there, she's on the phone, talking with someone. Is her condition still bad? She can't come to the press conference? Fine, I understand. Wu Chen asks her, "Did something happen?" She responds, "Our product spokesperson, a new generation female singer Deng Sunya, got into a car accident." Wu Chen tells her, "Yesterday I helped you find the traitor, and suddenly she got into a car accident. This is an obvious coincidence." Rubing puts her hands on her hips. Ding Hulong, the bastard. He would violate the rules of the bet and even use his family's influence. Wu Chen interjects, "Boss Lai, do you want my help? I can find a new spokesperson for you." She challenges him, "Okay, we're in need of a spokesperson. Do you got someone in mind?" He confidently replies, "National first-class actress Tao Manning, the one who got the 100 host prize. She's qualified." Rubing is skeptical. "A popular movie star like Tao Manning would never meet me, let alone be our product spokesperson. I know you're trying to help, but you shouldn't just bluff." He proposes, "Since you don't believe me, how about we make a bet? If I can make her show up in your office tomorrow morning and sign a contract with you, will you believe me?" Tao Manning is known for sweeping awards at major film festivals and being the first Chinese actress to enter the ranks of international film stars. Rubing responds, "Right now she's filming abroad and even has some makeup endorsements on her back. I don't think you can do that." Wu Chen insists, "I already told you, if you don't believe me, let's make a bet." She asks, "What's the bet that will make you shut up and leave me alone?" He replies, "If I lose, I will give you 20 million. But if I win, you will pay me the $20 million. And also, you can't be jealous if I win." She retorts, "Jealous? Why would I be jealous? We're just pretending to be a couple. I'm not in love with you. You can be with whoever you like. I have no right or interest to interfere." But she's looking to the side as she says this. Wu Chen grins, "All right, so it's a deal. But 20 million in my account for the operation." She gets angry, but he goes out and picks up his phone. "I have a favor to ask you." The scene changes to a PC cafe where some guys are playing League of Legends. One tells Wu Chen, "Mr. Wu, these are my brothers. They are really good at gaming. But what do you want them for?" Wu Chen tells them, "Turn on the PC and play the game Legendary City Lord. Go to the third area that opened at 5 o'clock and use King of Hegemon as your character name prefix. After entering, wait for me in the square of the new player area. He's already recharging a bunch of coins. Wait for me, I will be building the clan." 4 hours later, they are already killing level 120 Minotaurs. Everyone has the best items. Damn, it's so fun to play the game with so many coins. It's awesome. They kill another boss. One of them says to Wu Chen, "King of Hegemon is the biggest one in this new server, but we had to spend more than 8 million on new equipment." Wu Chen replies, "There are no more casual players on the server. Those who don't spend have already quit the game. Only the King of Hegemon and the Dragon Slaughter in the world remain. So now it's time for the second step of the plan." He makes an announcement. The leader of the King of Hegemon has started the Battle of the City Lord. Be prepared. All of them raise their weapons. Let's gather at the main city square and prepare for a battle with the Dragon Slaughter. Sometime later, everyone is in the city square fighting when someone shows up next to Wu Chen. "I can't believe you spent so much money. You must be a big fan too." It's the leader of the Dragon Slaughter clan, level 9999. He tells Wu Chen, "Our guilds now have similar strength. It's not clear who will lose or win." Wu Chen confidently replies, "No, the winner will be decided soon." The guy asks, "Are you so confident? What is your plan?" Wu Chen responds, "Nah, it's you who will win." He shouts to his team, "King of Hegemon, all of you, listen to the order. Take off your equipment and log out of the game." Suddenly, everyone starts to log out. The other guild leader shouts, "Hey bro, what the hell are you doing?" He starts to cry, "Don't go, brother. It's not decided yet. It's so hard to find someone like you to compete with. I have already spent 10 million, bro. If you quit playing now, you're not going to win this." Wu Chen holds back his laughter and tells the guy, "I can't help, brother. My woman's company is in trouble. The product spokesperson we had agreed on was hit by a car, and we need to find a new one. I have to go back to help her with this matter now." The guy responds, "Hey brother, what are you saying? If you need actors, just tell me how many you want. I have several under me. Even if it's Tao Manning, I can call her over with a phone call." Wu Chen replies, yeah, right, hook it up, but keeps walking. Brother, I have something to do. I have to go to East China for a company trip. He logs off and the guy says, no brother. As tyrant ruler, Chang logs off. He gets a message from the guy on his phone. Yo brother, I spent 10 million on this game. So I just asked for the owner of the server, your number. The game is off for now. Let's continue playing after we're done with work. Okay, brother, we have the same surname and we are both in East China. Do I look for you or would you look for me? Of course, Wu Chen knew that he would act this way, so he tells the guy, sure bro, but my woman is in a hurry. So if you got a plan, that would be good. The guy from the game sends him an address. Sometime later, he arrives at the place. The fat guy is Lei Shang, 42 years old, and his family owns the Hongfa industry. Lei Shang asks Wu Chen, are you tyrant ruler Chang? Our boy replies, yes, my name is Wu Chen. Lei Shang asks, do you know who I am? The protagonist retorts, of course, second son of the Lei family. Lei Shang pours a drink and asks, tell me, what family are you from? Why are you so cautious? Are you afraid that your brother is going to kill you? Wu Chen thinks, I know this guy, his family assets exceed 60 billion and his father is a 70-year-old chairman, semi-retired. Lei Shang asks again, what family are you from? Wu Chen tells him, you're a boss, take it easy. I don't belong to any family and I don't have the background you think I have. It's just fate that we were able to meet. Lei Shang is thinking he's not budging. I'll have to slowly find out this kid. Then he says, so you have that problem with your woman, right? You have spent so much money on the game. Why can't you just hire some spokesperson? Wu Chen tells him, unfortunately, someone is messing with me. I never thought they would dare to hire a spokesperson with a car. It's depressing. Lei Shang asks, so you use your money in the game just to what? Relax. But don't worry, I, Lei Shang, will swear to help you find a spokesperson. What's your woman's company's name and what's her business? Wu Chen replies, she makes cosmetics. It's called Symphony Fashion. Lei Shang seems to recognize the name. Ah, so your woman is Lai Rubing. Brother, if you're from the Li family, you should have said. Since you were hiding so much, I thought you were from a different family. Wu Chen clarifies, I'm not considered to be with the Lei family. You must have heard that Rubing has a bad relationship with her family. That's when he receives a call from Rubing. She asks, did you really take my 10 million to use in games? Wu Chen says, I can't explain to you right now. How about we increase the bet? If you lose, you are going to kneel in front of me while begging for mercy. She's angry and replies, we're just delaying. The guy on the other side is like, got him, are you talking with Lai Rubing? He's thinking, holy shit, Lai Rubing kneeling? Who is this kid? Does he have an army? Wu Chen tells him, don't bother, brother. It's just a couple things you know, she's being slightly temperamental. We made a bet, and it got quite big. Lei Shang gets interested, come on, brother, drink some tea. What is the bet? Do you mind telling me? Wu Chen explains, someone is messing with her company. I want to help, but she's not letting me. You know she just wants to protect me. Boss, you know Wu Ding Hulong is right. Lei Shang says, bro, everyone knows about him. So the spokesperson problem is related to Ding Hulong. Wu Chen shouts, do you think I would just be a coward and hide? If I don't do anything about it, can I even call myself a man? Lei Shang slaps the table. Brother, you're right, you're absolutely right. Replace this tea with wine, I understand you. If you are a man, you can't be a coward. F that Ding Hulong. Keep going, you need to help her. Wu Chen explains, we made a bet. She gave me full power over the company's new product launch. If the press conference goes off without a hitch, then I win. But if something goes wrong, then she wins. If I lose, I have to listen to her in everything, and I will have to restrain myself and live like a pretty boy. Lei Shang smiles. Brother, if that's the case, I can help you. It's just a spokesperson anyways. I will immediately help you. Then we see a girl with a healthy figure receiving a call. Of course is Lei Shang calling her. Take a vacation, come to East China. Say hello to the director for me, it's urgent, alright? I got an endorsement for you. It's a cosmetics business, don't be afraid. Just come back, okay? Bye. Wu Chen is amazed. Damn man, you really did it. Lei Shang responds, yes. The receipt was as planned. It was smoother than I expected, but it's a Tao Manning contract, so it won't be a small fee. Wu Chen thinks I was planning to tell you about Lei Yu's affairs as an exchange, but you were a friend. I just met you and you didn't hesitate to offend Ding Hulong. In that way, I won't treat you unfairly. Lei Shang gets closer and says we were destined to meet, brother. I'm just older by a few years. So brother, you could call me Shang. Wu Chen replies, brother, maybe we are more destined than you think. Lei Shang, intrigued, asks, brother, are you saying that this is fate? Wu Chen hands him a text message. Read the text message. Find the owner of this number and get him. He will tell you the truth about what happened with your car accident 10 years ago. But you have to be quick. If you are slow, he might go overseas. Lei Shang recalls 10 years ago, a truck crashed into my car at a road junction. I was lucky and survived, but my wife died in front of me. I was in ICU for 3 months, during which my private investigator brought some clues. The driver was a worker for my brother, but he disappeared right after that. And because I didn't have any direct evidence, I had to accept the old man's words. For 10 years, I have pretended to act like a stupid, cynical rich kid, waiting for the day that I would find the truth. Sometime later, a guy enters the room. Boss, the identity has been confirmed and the address has been found. Lei Shang tells Wu Chen, brother, I'll go first, but I owe you this one. Just ask me if you need anything. You are my brother. Wu Chen thinks 2 days into my new life and I've got 2 more brothers. But things now are done. I have to get my 20 million first and my moist kneeling apology. He calls Rubing, but she doesn't answer and just sends a text message. I'm in a meeting. He knows she's probably mad. The next day, he's driving his car when he sees a girl beside him. That is Sui Qingming, the hottest woman in all of East China. Wu Chen thinks Sui Qingming. She was the girl that impressed me the most in my previous reincarnation life. The most obedient and docile. Since we met by chance, it's a good idea to flirt a bit. He waves at her, but she just raises her window. Of course, he knows her number and sends her a message. When I saw you in person, you were way more beautiful than you were on TV. You dare be a bright moon. This message is a secret code of hers. No one should know about it. She instantly replies saying, like this video to help Mamoru make more juicy content for his viewers, activate the cheeky little bell, and I'm out.